I am not my breath. I am not even my body. I move beyond thinking. I move beyond even a single thought. And I invite Samuel and my guides to speak through me. We wait for you to assemble. The question was asked. Is this a festive occasion for us? As it is for you, these weeks around Christmas and New Year's. And we tell you, dear ones, whenever we have the opportunity to commune with you, it is a festive occasion for us. For as you have seen, this veil is thinner now than it was even 12 months ago when you sat here. Hard to perceive how it thins. But yet it does. Some of you have been working diligently to manifest change in your life, new opportunities. These past months, and have not they begun bearing fruit? Much goes on in this unseen world in support of your endeavors. Silently guiding you behind the scenes, so to speak, we are. No. All is known. on the other side of the veil. This unfolds in many different ways for each and every one of you. And yes, we have watched you all this year. We have been with you all this year. And just as the children anticipate Christmas morn, eagerly wishing for it to come, we remind you things come, things unfold. When the alignment is correct, is right, so to speak. It does not, this anticipation, this striving, if you will, is there not an appreciation when you see the blossoms of it, the blooming of it? Much like a spring day. An early spring day, when you see the first flowers poking their heads out of the soil. There's an anticipation of what they will bring, the beauty they will bring. And yet they still have to unfold in their own time. You celebrate the birth of the Christ. You prepare for it. you gather with family and friends. Just as you gathered here tonight. In celebration, you bring food to share with each other. And know that is just an opening for you to share your hearts with one another. This love that flows in and as you, through you, is you. So yes, we rejoice with you as you gather to be with one another, to experience the love you share, the love that you are. This energy that flows through your hands when you're joined in the circle does not dissipate when you release your hands. It's still all about you, for it is you. And know when you put your attention on this loving intention you wish to share with others in prayer, even those not present feel this. Maybe not on a human level, but they feel it, dear ones. On an energetic level, they know. Just as he feels our energy in this very moment, they know. Always present. Never alone are you. Surrounded by guides and angels. And just the dear one called Sarah wishes to remind you you are all loved beyond measure, not only on this day, but every day, every moment. We wish you all could see the light that emanates from this room this very moment. It shines so brightly, dear ones. Are there any questions? These coming days,
if someone feels our energy and they're not with us, do they think of us, or do they have any idea where it comes from? Or is it just a good feeling?
depends on where they are at, dear ones. Depends on whether they allowed their vibration to be high enough to sense it. Depends on whether they are used to sensing it. It's not cut and dried, black and white, as you question many levels. But we say on an energetic level, even if they do not sense it, their spirit senses. For all is energy.
And is there such a thing as shape-shifting, or if you see somebody's face changing, is that, well, it happened to me a few times. Is that real? I don't know how to ask it any other way.
You question what you see.
Yes. Well.
You see and then you disbelieve.
Here we go. So I did see what I thought I saw.
We say it. Guess who did not turn off their phone?
Yes, he did not turn off his phone.
This one that sits here witnessed that at Arthur Findlay.
Huh. Well, what is happening when it happens?
Energy.
Is a person going back in time to another, what they were
Different
once?
energies expressing. In this case, it was different entities expressing through the facial features of the person that sat there. A woman suddenly looks like a Chinese man with a mustache. You swear you see the mustache. Your eyes see this. And just as you, dear one, he sat there in disbelief.
And is there a purpose for it? What is the purpose for it?
This one brought through messages.
Could it be to see somebody else from a past life? Or what they were in a past life?
Again, you look for
Answers. Yeah, I do.
you look for individual, specific.
It's curiosity. Okay. At least I know I saw it. I mean, I thought I saw it, but...
There, the questioning mind crops in again, doesn't that?
Well, that's the human in me.
Yes, for you, on your intellectual level, do not believe some of the things you have witnessed are possible.
Well, I think I believe it, but it astounds me. It amazes me. Okay. Thank you.
You know from this group even, there are those that can see things that you cannot.
But that's easy. I'm used to that. I'm not used to somebody shape-shifting in front of me.
Samuel, I was wondering, at this time of year, it's like, and I don't know if it's this time of year, but it seems like we all have some kind of a physical thing to slow us down, whether it's a head cold or just fatigue or whatever's going on right now. Is there anything that you could suggest that we could do to beef up our immune system, or our psyche or whatever, to elevate us and uplift us through the physical time? Because, well, everyone I believe is feeling uplifted in their spirit and their heart. It seems that the body is not quite catching up. So I was wondering if there was anything we could do at any of the levels that would be beneficial for us to help us through this
One
process.
of the, how do we say? Does not most everyone's activity ramp up, so to speak, around these times?
Oh, yeah.
It's not it is as important now to get your rest? Not to overindulge, so to speak. Much is done in these holidays around this time of years in that way.
Maybe you could add a little healing to Laura's vegetable soup.
You know it was made with love, dear one. And love is energy. You think that energy does not go into this soup?
Yes.
Yeah, love is healing energy.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question. Is this room filled now with entities that perhaps we've asked for and perhaps some we haven't asked for? Is this room filled with entities that most of us simply can't see?
Filled with entities? Trouble hearing you, dear one.
Speak up.
Many entities surround you all the time, dear ones.
Entities such as spirits, souls. Is this room now filled with souls, spirits that we can't, most of us don't see with our...
Yes.
So if we took a picture like Keith's friends, a video, would we see orbs? Possibly?
Possibly. Fascinated he was at the end of October when he witnessed that. And yes, a group like this gathered, actively trying to make contact with the other side. Fascinated to see these things appearing on the screen and witnessing them darting about. Now, as we have spoken, as you just stated, energy manifests in many different ways. These physical bodies, these five senses, do not necessarily pick up on the full spectrum, so to speak.
Since we're at Christmas time, can you speak a little bit about Jesus and any misconceptions we have about him?
The great way shower. All he was trying to show was how to live with an open heart. To live with love flowing, to live without judging. This humanness we've discussed before so much. So simple were his teachings to just be love. To be kind even when someone is not kind to you. To not put yourself above or below anyone else. So much has been written, so much has been discussed about the one you call the Christ. But it all boils down to being an expression of love, for that is what you are. No matter what happens, love them anyway. That is why, dear ones, you chose this human experience. To be encased in this physical body. The limitations of these senses we've spoken of. You cannot see how far your energy radiates from you. You cannot see how a single thought that you have carries energy. And if that thought is about another person, that energy flows to where your intention is. And as we have stated, the miles mean nothing. That is, looking at it from your human perspective. from the seeming separation that these meat suits you wear impose on you, realizing that your energy goes beyond this skin, this bone that you are. Realize you come into form. It is like your automobiles. You step into the automobile. The automobile does nothing until you step into it. You take and utilize it. That is the same thing you have done with these vessels. You have stepped in when you were born to use this vessel for a period to learn, to grow in love, to share love, to be love, to express love. Realizing full well that there are two parts of you, so to speak. This humanness that finds it so easy to judge, to criticize even yourself so very much. Instead of celebrating yourself and the love that you are, the Christ that resides within each of you, for we are all the same. And yes, for we are all the same. We leave you with this. We thank you. We bless you. We bless this food you're about to consume. We bless this gathering. We bless your openness to sitting with us, sharing with us, being with us. We celebrate you. And we bid you adieu, dear ones. We bid you a very loving adieu.
Thank you.
Thank you.